Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be briefly talking about why Triple G Gennady Golovkin lost to Canelo Alvarez and why he was not robbed. So again, it's going to be very brief and I'm going to get right into it. So, Triple G was certainly not robbed in my opinion. I think Canelo won this fight pretty clear. It wasn't like a super easy fight to just score, but I think Canelo did just enough to win. I think, in my opinion, I saw him winning the fight. I think a lot of experts saw him winning the fight. It's like it was no real robbery in there. And it's not like it was some big things mistakes that any fighter made, or any big things that some fighters did. I think it was the small things that people could have done that could have shifted the fight around. I think Golovkin made some of the same mistakes he made in the first fight and didn't really improve on them. He kind of adjusted and did some things differently, but he didn't do what he should have been doing to win the fight. I think in the first fight he could have been robbed because I feel like he did more than Canelo. Canelo was backing him a lot. He was boxing well, but I think Triple G was landing a more effective. Landing, at least controlling the fight more. I would say he was controlling the fight, was landing more shots. I think Canelo landed the harder shots in that first fight, but I think Triple G landed more and was the one dictating the pace of that fight. Then in the second fight, I feel like Canelo was the one dictating the pace of this fight. Yeah, Triple G landed that jab a lot, but he was headhunting again, just like he was in the first fight. In the first fight, he was headhunting, but I still think he was dictating the pace of the fight, was landing more. Canelo landed harder shots. Then in the second fight, Canelo felt like he was dictating the pace of the fight, even though Triple G was landing the jab so well and probably was maybe on Olympic style boxing without boxing him in a way. He was landing the jab more, landing those flat glove type shots more than Canelo was. But again, I think Canelo was one in his face the whole time, pretty much 85% of the fight. He was the one pushing Triple G back, and he was the one landing the hardest shots once again. And once again, Triple G was going for the head and not really mixing in body shots. He did mix them in every now and then, and every time he did, it was effective. But he never went back to the body shot as much. It's not like he had to go crazy to the body. He just had to mix it in to give Canelo a different look. But he only do maybe one body shot here, one body shot there, maybe a little combo here with the body there. But it was he would go long spaces of time without even mixing to the body, just going for the head. So Canelo was able to easily dodge those shots. Because at that level of boxing, if you're just going for the head, pretty much everybody should be able to dodge it because you're getting predictable no matter how well you set it up. You're just going for the head. So you saw a lot of areas of time where Canelo was just dodging his headshots, looking like he was making Triple G was almost making Canelo look like Mayweather because his shots were so predictable. He was going for the head once again, and Canelo wasn't going to have it like that. Then Canelo was one, like I said, landing the hardest shots. He was mixing up the shots better. He was going to the body, going to the head. The rounds were close. And then, now I'm going to get to the most important thing. The rounds were close pretty much the whole fight. There was never no point where it was somebody just breaking apart and just leading the race and was like, oh, this guy is clearly winning every single round. And it's just it's a wash. He's just winning every single round. It was Canelo win a couple rounds, Triple G win a couple rounds, be close. And then the most important factor in the 12th round where the champions are supposed to prove who's they really want to win, they're the better man, give it their all in his final 12th round. Triple G started backing up, started showing clear signs of fatigue. The body shot started to wear on Triple G. You clearly see his body laboring, he's leaning over. The body language is telling everything. Those body shots are having effect on him. He's tired. You never seen Triple G look like that. Canelo looks sharp. Still look like the same. I'm not saying he looked as fresh as he looked in the first round, but he still looked like he had a lot left in him where Triple G was looking for that bell, trying to get out of there. Sometimes Triple G started just bouncing around with his hands down and stuff, kind of disengaging from the fight. So it was his body language. He got, I think, outlanded in that last round, got hit with the hardest shots in that last round. He started around, I think, the first minute pretty well. Then he just started fading. Body language started talking. Canelo started walking down, and it was even come on, you going to fight me or not? You going to back up? And he just pretty much took that last round. And a lot of times in real close fights, it's that last round that always tells who's going to win. That's where a lot of times these champions win these gritty fights. They have these whole long fights where it's back and forth, who's going to win. Then they come out and look as sharp as they possibly can in that 12th round, gut it out and win the 12th round. And Triple G did not do that like a true champion should. He kind of just faded and gave up the last 12th round, the most important round in the whole fight, especially in a fight when it's supposed to be a legendary fight. That's supposed to be the most important fight in any championship fight, especially it's supposed to be a fight between two legends, future Hall of Famers, greats, all-time greats. If the fight was supposed to be hyped up to be, and he gave that round up. So like I said, he was pushed back most of the fight. Canelo was dictating, and he gave up that 12th round. Headhunted, didn't go to the body enough, didn't mix it in enough. He was effective when he did it, but he didn't do it enough. And like I said, gave up that 12th round, and I think that's really where Canelo won. It was whether Canelo won by a round, and you can really say that last round was the round that gave him the fight. So I can see Triple G just made it kind of a close, gritty round in that round. That maybe he made it a hard round to score, but he didn't make it a hard round to score. So he can't say anything is a robbery. He could say he could have won that fight. You could argue that he won the fight, but definitely not a robbery. I think based off that 12 round and how close the fight was, Canelo won the fight in my opinion, and there should be no debate. But they'll probably fight again in the future. Maybe it'll be at least he could say that was at least 2 decent enough fights to make a third one. But I'm not all that excited for another matchup. But I definitely will watch it. But that's about all I got to say for this video. Leave your comments your opinions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for more videos. Peace.